don't look at men. Like, I'm not going there to look at anyone's crotch in their grey sweatpants or, like, do you know?
You sure? To be honest, who is this for?
You're probably good. What it do, Crash Out crew? My name is Shari.
And it's your girl Shanice.
And this podcast is where the group chat goes public. Why is it that every single man I'm involved with is doing me wrong? The takes are hot.
Why did you go through all of that if you don't like me?
And the crash outs.
Certified.
I feel like assessment days are a dying breed. I remember I used to always be up in an assessment day, you know where you'd have like, everyone's a stranger obviously, and you do like group activity
interviews
together. Yeah, and all that nonsense. But yeah, I feel like it's a lost thing.
I don't know, sometimes I hate it. I feel like, I guess the whole interview process is performative. When it's with other people, I'm like, so jarring. Especially, I've had like group interviews where there's a lot of us, just say, I don't know, 15 of us, and then there's like a task you have to do, and they split you into smaller groups, and obviously you have people from the panel walking around trying to see like, how you're problem solving or whatever the case may be. But like when like one of the interviewers walk past you, you have that one person, all of a sudden now they're talkative. Like, I agree with you, Shari, because I think we should put this block here because that will make the bridge more sturdy. And it's like, Sally, you were quiet. You were quiet for the whole 20 minutes when we was trying to build this bridge. And now that the interviewer's walking past, now you're like, yeah, I think we should put the red block on the green block. Like, no, you weren't saying all of this before. You're taking little Tommy's idea that he just said, but no one was around to hear it. And now you're just...
No, it's true. It's all performative because, like, me personally, like, I feel like I don't do well in interviews because I'm very, like, nervous and I feel anxious, and I feel like when I'm hearing myself speak, I'm thinking, who's speaking? Because I don't talk like this. Very like Queen's English, like, yes, ultimately, well, yes, apparently, it's not giving your real self. So I just think it's stupid. And then when I start work now and I'm bare quiet, or just, I don't know, my personality is different, you're all puzzled. Like, what's the point?
And I don't feel like every job needs a formal interview. Like, let's be for real.
No, it's true. It's true.
Like, not every job is in the corporate world, so I understand in those, instances you want to, I guess every instant you want to put your best foot forward, but like, if I'm working on a H&M or something, I should be able to talk to you, still respectful, still professional, but casually. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't
want to feel like when you're walking by because you're the manager, like my back should be up and I have to be all straight and all that, but... Do you know what? I've been out of full-time work for a long time because obviously I'm studying again, and I don't miss any of that at all, man. The office dynamics and the nonsense. But you know what that reminds me of, speaking of that? Shanice actually recommended Dreaming While Black. It's a BBC show, British one. You guys should watch it. It's really good. I'd heard about it before, but I just didn't bother to watch it. But I binge watched it, both seasons, Shanice, of course, on the same day that I started watching
it. Did you finish it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you finished it. Last time I spoke to you, like you were starting season 2, so I didn't know if you...
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you'd finished it either.
Oh, I finished it.
Oh, but yeah, in season 1, the just like the how the office dynamics are, like, because basically the main character is a black British Caribbean guy. He's working in recruitment, but his actual dream is to be a filmmaker and a director. So he's trying to juggle his recruitment job whilst like trying to go to interviews and, pitch his film and all that kind of thing. And literally the way they show the office dynamics of like how black people are affected and what they experience, like, it's like, oh, you'll relate to this. And I was just like, yeah, 150%. But honestly, I do not miss that at all. Like, just the whole... could we not eat food at our desks that are a bit smelly? Like, But yeah, man, I do not miss them office dynamics at all.
There's one manager I had, and this was like one of the first jobs that I had, and it wasn't anything corporate or anything like that. And I don't know what vendetta she had against me, but I feel like she hated everything I did. I remember one time we were closing the store, and I just had to like mop the floor or something like that. Bear in mind, the store is small. The store is like, I want to say a size of maybe 4 broom cupboards or something. It's not that big of a store, yeah. So like once you've mopped like 1 or 2 aisles, like you're done. Basically, it's not it's not no big store. So anyway, whilst she's like cashing up, I'm mopping the floor. And she's just like, hurry up, you're taking so long, hurry up. Yeah, and I'm just like,
who are you talking to like that?
Why is she so rude? But obviously it's like my first job. I'm like 16 or something.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not like, I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever. But in my head, I'm like, what is wrong with you? And I remember one time she pulled me aside. So bear in mind, in this store, it was me and this one other black girl that worked there. And this other black girl, she was older than me. So if I was 16, she was definitely like early 20s. No, I don't even think she was even 25, maybe like 22, 23. So obviously we're in two different age brackets. Like I'm 16, she's like 20, I said early 20s. I'm only working 1 day a week, by the way, and I think at the time I was only working like 4 hours. So I didn't even like work a full day or whatever. So I remember that same manager pulled me aside and was like, oh, Shanice, you should take a leaf out of so-and-so's book and you should like dress more like her.
What the hell?
Kind of thing. And I was like, what? Like, we're not going to... Like, first of all, I'm a kid. Secondly, we're two different people. So, like, stylistically, we're different. Thirdly, as well, it's not like we could just wear any clothes willy-nilly, yeah? Like, our uniform had to be approved. Like, we had, like, set outfits, essentially, like, from the store or whatever.
Yeah.
That they had to wear. So it's not even like, oh, maybe I was coming in and... I don't know, as in I am a top, or like there's a hole, or I'm just wearing something that doesn't, represent the brand or whatever. Like you're coming to me now saying, oh, I need to, basically she wanted me to wear makeup.
You're a kid.
Yeah, she basically wanted to wear makeup, basically because this woman, she loved the weave, I was never like a wig or weave girly.
Well,
like,
not at 16. Well, not in them days. It's different now.
Not back then, but even if I was like, that's even now, like even if it was like now, whatever, like that wasn't really my thing. So like, for this white woman to be talking about my hair and appearance, and I should be more like this, like
that's mad.
It just annoyed me.
And you know when you look back when you had like your first job and you're young, so you think, and then you realise after, oh, that wasn't okay, because you're so young. And your mum's not there to, kind of step in, you realise you put up with a lot of stuff as, like, someone in there, well, a teen, 16, 17 in their first job. But you know what, at another job as well, I had this woman who, like, when you get them people that are in high positions, but they don't know the positions or procedures of the jobs below them, but they will try and tell you that you've done something wrong. And then and this woman, like, she didn't like me. Like, I would say to my friend, oh, like, she always gives me dirty looks, like, and I know, I'm sure you're just like overthinking it. She's just quite like, like some Eastern European women, like, genuinely, like, that's just the way they
like
talk.
Stoic.
That's not them being rude. That's just how they are. Yeah. And I'm like, no. I said, I'm not. I'm like, no. It's not because she's. I'm like, oh, she's quite harsh. No. Like, I know that's just how she is. But in general, she's just not nice to me, and no one could see it. And then one day, me and my friend were walking out of the office, and she was walking like a little bit ahead of us. So she opened the door, and then as I went to walk through, she shut it. And my friend saw and was like, oh my God, did you see that? I was like, well, yeah, because it was directed to me. I was like, do you see what I mean now? And then she would like try and message, like email and like tag, social media. Like she would like CC like everyone but you. Higher ups and be like, why has this person not been replied to on socials? And I'm like, it didn't come through the social like system, the customer management program. It's been emailed to the director. How would I have seen that? Like, are you dumb? Like, she always just kept trying it all the time. Like, every time I went to work, and bearing in mind, she never said a word to me. She'd never speak to me in person. And she weren't even, like, my direct manager. But, yeah, like, she just didn't like me at all. And I was thinking, it's giving racism, y'all. Because, again, I was one of, like, 2 or 3 POC, But, yeah, it was very weird, yeah.
Did you hear about, it was all over my Twitter feed, and I'm just like... This is getting on us. With the French singer, I think you pronounce it Yseult. Basically, this black French singer. she released a music video to her track "Bitch You Could Never" back in 2014. I mean 2024, and then basically South Korean producer R.Tee, and it was featuring what's her face from G Idol, Soyeon.
Oh, the video that was. Oh yeah, I know what you're gonna say. Yeah.
So basically, for those that don't know what I'm talking about, the French singer's video was basically copied, shot for shot. Shot for shot. Like, there's no deny. It's not even like, oh, mine was set in an office and SHARI'S was set in an office. What a coincidence. Because obviously, there's, you can't really reinvent the wheel. But if I start, have a horse in the office, a black horse in the office, and then SHARI'S video has a black horse in the office, and then there's a close-up shot of me whipping my hair, and there's a close-up shot of SHARI whipping her hair. Like, it's
the same.
It's all the same. You can't then call that inspiration. So of course, fans and people notice, like, again, it was identical visual elements. So there was like a hallway walk through, then a collapsing bookshelf, and then just, as I said, the way that the camera was framed and stuff like that. So what I loved about the whole situation is Yseult, she put her foot down. She wasn't gonna let it slide, and she kept saying, these people ripped me off, kind of thing. And she was getting a lot of backlash from like K-pop fans.
Of course.
They started calling her slurs and like, oh.
Did they? Do you know, I didn't even look into it too much. Yeah, racial slurs, yeah?
Yeah, racial slurs. She was getting like death threats and all of this, yeah. And then he was like, oh, why are you coming for our queen? Bear in mind, she was not calling out the artist, because the artists themselves, they don't decide what happens in the video. She tagged everyone that was included in the video to say, hey, look, like, I think she's an independent artist as well. Like, look, I've saw so much time, money into this for it just to be stolen, and then there's no credit. You're not saying inspired, even though that would annoy me as well. Can you imagine you do a whole thing? That it's happened to me. We'll get there in a second. You do a whole thing, and then it's shot for shot, and then at the end, oh, inspired by SHANICE'S. Like, no, you still ripped me off. I don't care that you've now tagged my little name. Like, be different. Make the office pink or something. Like, change it. Like, something.
Because literally, the fact, because I saw the tweet where both videos were like literally one on top of the other. It literally was movement by movement, frame by frame. Like, how could you? How that must have taken such a long time, and like to get the timing right and everything. That is crazy. Yeah. That is crazy. That's
so
too much.
She was getting death threats and like racial slurs, like DM to her and stuff, and like she would like share them, and I just. After a while, I don't know how long, but I feel like it went over too long. Basically, the video director, I think his name is Hong Min-ho, issued an apology, like he had a whole written apology, and then he admitted his inspiration. And then basically, after that, it was kind of quiet, and then Yseult came back online and said that she's thankful for the apology, because she was saying he apologized publicly and privately to her, and she said her only thing now that she would want is just take it down.
Yeah, definitely.
That took a while, and then he finally the video was finally taken down, so the video has been removed. So of course, like, this sparks like conversations that me and you have been having. I feel like people of color, well, especially like Black Americans, been having this conversation, because K-pop is basically, as much as we like it, we love it, like it creates great things. Like, we get to see loads of talented people. I'm never going to take that away from you, but you cannot deny that it's heavily inspired by especially Black American music culture, and just like Black American culture in general. And I just find it it makes me laugh how, especially these days, there are a lot of fans, and I put quotation marks. I just feel like they're just not fans, they're just loud. They just get all the attention because they're loud, and they're bullies and have big accounts, whatever. But it's true. You have these fans that you're following, you're standing or whatever, a POC artist, company, whatever, but then you're racist. 20 marks. Explain.
It's because let me explain with 20 marks. It's because they're not the type of, they're not the color or the ethnicity that is bad. Like, it's okay to be this color, but it's not okay to be black. So that's why. That's what I don't get as well, especially when I'm at K-pop concerts and you can tell the fans are racist. And I'm like, you're here to see these people of color. But I guess our color and my color and their color, like, there's some kind of one's superior, one's inferior. Like, that's literally what it is. It's very weird. But then it ties into their fetishization.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Because I'm like, make it make sense. Like, oh no, so it's like someone, I don't know, it's like one of your friends being like to someone on the street, oh, you black this, and then turn around to you and go, oh, not you though, you're all
But
right.
not you though, you're all right. You're the good one.
That's literally it. But like, I don't know, this must have been a thing before, but I guess we've just noticed how racist a lot of K-pop fans are because of social media and how, you know, accessible everything is now. But I feel like it was just a bit more peaceful back in the day before Twitter, you know, like before Twitter like blew up and stuff. But then most of the time as well, like, I know a lot of these people were children as well, which is even worse. Like, well, not children, but like very young, very young. And like, some of them are in Asian countries as well. Not all of them are white, do you know what I mean? But I just look at their accounts and I'm like, I know you're young. Like, what is going on?
I just want to say shout out to DOECHII because I think I'm surprised she's the first to do it, but she's got a light stick.
Yeah, I saw that and I thought...
I thought Megan would beat her to the punch. I thought Megan would do it.
Yeah, because like, I would expect it from Megan. But no, that's actually cool because you know what? That could start a whole trend. Like, not only is it capitalism on the part of like the artist, which is like whatever it is, what it is, but like that could start a Western trend. That would be so sick. Because actually, I saw the K-pop Demon Hunters. They actually have the light sticks to buy, and I'm like,
They have light
for
sticks.
what? Like the light sticks that were in the cartoon.
Oh.
They're now available to buy.
Oh, you know,
and
might
like
as well.
I didn't watch it. I tried to, but I couldn't get into it. But yeah, like they're for sale, and I'm like, but for what concert? I don't know if because obviously it's big now, innit? Maybe they plan to have the artist perform the songs, which would be cool, innit?
Well, they have been.
Have they?
Yeah, the
the
singers.
three girls. I saw them on, was it Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel? One of them. Yeah, but like, I mean, like, they've been doing concerts and stuff.
I don't think they're doing concerts, but they're performing, so it's not
Oh.
out of the blue. I feel like this is like the new Frozen.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
it
mean?
is.
Like that's
But not
what it
annoying.
feels like.
Not annoying though. I can't stand Frozen.
Is it because you're racist, Shari?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, like DOECHII, yeah. I hope people actually buy it and support it because I want light sticks for like other artists that are not K-pop. That'd be so cool, man. Megan needs to get on it.
There'll always be an NCT light stick at every concert.
Ugh.
Every concert that was there. I love it. I hope the trend never dies. I hope
If
when
you
we're like
don't,
I hope when we're like 60 plus and we're going to like one of our auntie and aunt concerts, yeah, and you just see this little green flash. And it's like, yes.
it continues.
It continues.
Nah, I'm sorry, man. If you don't have the light stick for whoever you're watching, don't bring one. If you don't have... No, I'm sorry. And then, like, I'm at, like, I don't know, let's say I'm at a Blackpink concert, and then, like, I turn to my left, and there's a person there with a BTS ARMY light stick and a BTS hoodie. And I'm just like...
Okay, now you're
what's
adding
going
things. No one's bringing the hoodie.
But I've seen people at K-pop concerts with a hoodie or T-shirt from another group. And
Maybe
I'm
that's
like,
all they
why?
can afford.
Just wear normal clothes, innit?
But they want to be K-pop.
That's K-pop all the time.
Listen, you can wear what you want. You got clothes on, you're not naked, that's fine.
True.
The artist really has the money, they're in the building. So.
It's true. I just think it's tacky. I don't know.
Tacky rumba.
Tia and Tamera, they posted on their Instagram that they've like met up to go to New York. I'm not sure for what. I don't know if they're filming. It would be nice if they were, because it's the 20th. Is it the 20th anniversary of Twitches? I don't know if you remember that Disney.
I remember it. I never watched it.
Yeah, I watched it a little bit, but not fully. Yeah. I don't know if they're filming anything, but I've seen them individually filming like Hallmark Christmas films and stuff. But I don't know, I just find the whole like online dynamic that people have about them, like, oh, the white twin, the black twin, I just don't think it's very nice or fair. Like, I don't know, growing up, I didn't even realise, well, when I was a kid, I didn't know that they were mixed race. I didn't even know what that was. Do you know what I mean? I just thought, oh, they're two black girls. But I feel like the hate and the heckling that Tamera gets is quite like out of order and a bit like she's living her life and existing. I think it's a bit mean.
I think it's because of who she's married to. He's very
Well, he's Republican, isn't it?
he's really like very right wing. I don't know if she's co-signed things. I don't want to like start creating stuff. So there's that. But then I feel like they both get hate, to be honest.
You
I
think
feel
Tia
like
does as well.
yeah.
I never see Tia hate.
Because you're on one side.
Yeah,
I see both. You know, I see everything.
Yeah, you do.
I personally think this whole thing started after they had their reality show.
I agree.
Because in the reality show, and I see both sides. In the reality show, it was kind of painted that, you know, Tia was kind of like the selfish one because especially during, I don't know if it was like the first season, second season, I can't remember. So this is the season where Tia was pregnant with her first child and then Tamera was planning her wedding. And of course, when Tia was getting married and stuff, Tamera was there for her like 100%. And of course, like Tia's pregnant or whatever, but she also, I feel like she kind of not use it as an excuse, but
I know
like,
what you mean though.
she wasn't 100%. Yeah, because there's one point where I think it was like, I don't know if it was like days leading up to the wedding or something like that. But I think they were gonna do like, I think the bachelor or bachelorette's party or something, and then Tia was like, "Oh yeah, Corey's gonna come up because we're gonna do a little baby moon and stuff," and then Tamira's like, "Do you have to do that now? Like because I want to spend the last couple of days with like you and like my girls. Like it's my last couple of days with single, and you know, can't you do your baby moon like another?" And she's like, "No, because like the baby's coming." And so it was just like, you're taking it over. And then there was like certain boundaries that Tia crossed, because I remember Tamira was like, "Tia, I don't want no strippers." And then she got her a stripper. And then Tamera was at the end, like, was so cute. Well, it's not cute, but like, at the end, after the stripper left or whatever, like, she starts crying. And Tia's like, "Oh," she's like, "Why are you crying?" She goes, "Because I said I didn't want strippers." And then Tia was like, "Well, I didn't get you strippers. I got you a stripper." And then, like, they both started laughing. Like, just like certain stuff like that. And of course, because Tia's pregnant, there was, like, certain, you know, maid of honor duties she couldn't fulfill, so that's when Tamera like tapped in her best friend like to help out. But then Tia got a bit
upset,
like, it was like an ego thing.
It was I remember all of that. It was very like, it's difficult because it's like she's pregnant, hormones, also may not be able to do things, still wants to also do things to her own baby, but it's also during the season of her sister's wedding. Like, so it's very, I think it's difficult, but people still just took it as how they wanted to take it and painted one person this way, that way.
And I think what also didn't help, like, of recent years, when Tia announced her divorce, on the same day, Tamera had planned to announce something to do with her book that was coming out.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
So then people were like, "Tia, like, you knew this was like, do you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't hold her for you, like in a family circle, friends. Of course, they will know like what's going on.
Yeah.
So then at this time, Tamera was like on a press run for this book, and then the question's like, "Oh, how's Tia? Like, you know." Is she strong? Like, how's she coping with the divorce? Like, it started.
It's taking over the book. Yeah, like,
it's
taking the shine from it.
So that's what I mean when I say I see.
Yeah, both sides.
I see both sides.
It's so sticky, man. Especially like, I think as a twin, it will be even worse because it's like
they just see you as one person.
Yeah, people probably boxed you up in the same as the same person as well. Like, oh, I just don't like it. I like them both, man. Like, when I was watching Sister growing up, like, I just looked up to them as like, oh, they're like my older sisters. Like, I wish I was like them. Like, yeah, I love them both. Like, to be honest, like, I connect more with Tia's content. I follow them both on socials, but like, yeah, like Tia's like, I don't want to say favorite, but she's my favorite. When I used to watch the show, Tamera was my favorite because of her character. But then I actually saw someone say today
they just swapped characters.
They swapped, yeah, which
basically.
is true. Yeah, so then when I didn't know that at the time, so like growing up and seeing how Tia was, I was like, but isn't that Tamera's personality? It was so funny. And then Tamera's so like, I don't want to say conservative, but like very more like, you know, Oh, but yeah, I love them, man. Can everyone just get along? And yeah, someone give them a film deal or television deal or something. Like, it's Christmas, like, just let them film something together. I don't know. But yeah, like, I want, like, my old comfort people to be in the limelight and, like, give me content and stuff that I can watch, like, programs and films, so I can feel something again and feel alive. Like.
Talking about feeling alive, this has nothing to do with feeling alive. I'm just trying to segue. I don't know.
You've got to do it somehow.
I said it's area, like talking about the sky, the grass, like not related at all. I don't know if you saw this woman on TikTok, and she's been crashing out. Well, I think she started crashing out on Facebook Live, and then it kind of trickled over to TikTok. So it's this woman called KEKE Jones. I don't know if you've seen clips of this woman, like crying. She's dancing in a wedding dress. She's like drunk.
No, I haven't seen any of that.
Okay, so essentially, I don't know all the ins and outs. It's a bit foggy, but from what I've gathered is she only got married 6 months ago, and she found out she found out the whole of her marriage, her husband has been cheating on her with multiple women, one being allegedly her best friend.
Who was there smiling up in her face at the wedding, who was a bridesmaid.
There's also, I'm just seeing what I'm seeing online, so I don't know if everything's like true, because half the videos is just her crying in a wedding dress. People like, where are her friends? Like, shouldn't it be live? Like, so essentially, what KEKE was saying in one of the clips that I saw was, she said every man that she has dated has always done her wrong. So she took 2 years out of, she never dated, nothing, just to focus on herself and to focus on her kids. Then 2 years later, that's when her husband sought her out, basically. And she's like, why did he do all of this if he didn't love me? And why would he go through all this commotion? And then apparently because of her, like, I guess, crash out online, apparently, allegedly, I don't know if it's true, but he then got CPS involved, and they took the kids away. I think like the kids are placed with family, that's what it seems like, but they took the kids away, and then I think she had another crash out, and basically he started gaslighting her, saying, well, this is your fault, you did this to yourself, kind of thing. If you see this whatless piece of man as well, anyway.
I think that's always the way, man. But you know what, like, all these crash outs, it's valid, because it's just like, you took out 2 years for yourself, this man came and disturbed you. That can turn a woman crazy, you know. It can, because why are you disturbing me? And why is it that every single man I'm involved with is doing me wrong? Like, that will send you insane.
And there's one clip that's kind of going somewhat viral of when they was like on a cruise or something, and like she's like singing to him and like stroking his beard. He just looks so annoyed. Like, he just looks so like uninterested, and she was just like, why didn't I see this before? Like, she's like reposting. It's
because when you're in that love bubble, innit? You're just, but I don't know. It's that, but then also as well, like, you can still kind of gauge, like, can you not see when someone is not interested in you?
Love is patient, love is blind, you know. I'm trying to say something deep and you're laughing. But it's true. Like, you have like these rose tinted glasses, I guess. So, and then it's like, why would you? There's one thing going out with someone, but it's like, okay, we've walked down the aisle and we've made this official. We've signed papers. Why did you go through all of that if you don't like me? So yeah, guys. Do we have a crash out today?
We do not have a submission, but Shari has a crash out for the second time ever. Do you have a crash out today?
Go on, you say your things.
So, I am on a journey, guys, a health journey, which I've just started today. No, I'm joking. I'm not on no bloody health kick or whatever. I'm just trying. Yeah, I went gym in it for the first time in like, don't know how many years. But why
You've definitely been gym this year, Shari?
This year?
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
But anyway, go on.
No, I haven't. I don't have a membership.
Yes. you have. I swear you went with your brother another time this year.
Nah, that was like last year, 2 years, I think.
No, I went
Yeah.
2 years.
I never had a membership. Or maybe it was a free pass. I don't know. But yeah.
Anyway,
like,
go
yeah.
on.
Anyway, child. Yeah, so I don't want to go to the gym, innit? But like, I'm trying to get my 25-year-old body back, and so it's by force. So why is it that when men see a woman in the gym, that they have to literally make you feel so uncomfortable? Like, it's not even like, oh, it's just, you know, like you just glance at someone. It wasn't a glance. It was a full, like, I don't know what this man, so it was kind of scary. I don't know what this man is thinking, but he's literally trying to see through all my clothes. He's trying to imagine all sorts. Like, this is the kind of look that this man gave me. Like, I can't even explain the look, but it wasn't nice. And I just thought, what the hell? Like, so then that pushed me to go in the ladies' gym, which is very small and limited and hasn't got the machines I want. And then I thought, oh, do you know what? Like, whatever in it. I need to go in the main gym. I want to use the machines. Like, yes, guys, I know I got a whole lot of ass. I got breasts, but I'm not the first woman with any of those. I just want to know, like, if guys can answer this, yeah, why is it that when a woman's inside a gym, it's different to when they're outside the gym? Because it's more intense. Like, the guys are just like staring hard, and then like I'm looking at you as if to say like look away, and they don't look away. But it made me feel so uncomfortable. Like, I've never been looked at like that before.
I feel like some men in the gym, not all, but I feel like some men that gym is life. That's all they know. So when they actually do see someone of the opposite sex come in, they're like, oh wow, oh no, wow, okay.
Oh, wow. So that's their first time being around. Well, that's the only time they get to see women
for a long time. That's what I think.
But it's just so like I can't even explain it, Shanice. Like, it was so horrible and creepy. It wasn't a normal glance or like someone's checking you out. It was beyond that. So strange, because I don't look at men. Like, I'm not going there to look at anyone's crotch in their grey sweatpants or like, do you know?
You sure?
It was given sexual deviant and predator, and it was really horrible. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna let it deter me, because like I gotta get back to I need to get snatched again, man. I need to. But yeah, I don't know, man. But then I think then I've asked like, other people, like they're like, oh, I've never experienced that before, and I'm thinking it's just my area, because my area is like trash
I
anyway.
haven't either, to be honest.
I've been to like 4 gyms in my area across a span of like 10 years. The same thing. And I'm just thinking,
might be you, Shari.
I have boobs and bum like everyone else.
They're like, wow,
Beyonce.
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, maybe it's my area, because the looks are just weird. Like, it's very weird.
I feel like in most gyms that I've been at, people mainly keep to themselves. But they're not really, they're not looking at anything. And sometimes they're so focused on themselves that it's a hazard. It's like, whoa, there's other people here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just got the other extreme, I guess.
My area is just for the dogs, I'm telling you. Can't wait to leave.
Also, I just want to say, it's not really a crash up, I just want to say this as we're like bashing men. I'm joking. But guys, when you're out, and you buy someone a drink, like a girl a drink, that doesn't mean that's an invitation for you to hover around them the whole night.
Yes, it is. Because why else am I buying you a drink? That's why they do it.
One little drink, the drink's done. I've put the glass has been washed, and people have used that glass 3 or 4 times, and you're still hovering around. I'm with my friends. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to go to the toilet. Oh yeah, I'll follow you. I'll wait for you. Go away. Then you go back to your friends, and you're like, okay, cool. You're with your friends. For some reason, you know, like when your eyes accidentally meets up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's it. No, it's not even that. No, don't come back. Oh yeah, you're back. Yeah.
I hate that. Oh,
you don't even have the decency to like come back with another drink. You're just back. Like you're just hovering over this one little piece of drink that I finished ages ago.
The thing is, yeah, if your way of like wanting to start a conversation with me is by buying me a drink, which makes sense, cool. At least come with something substantial and make
If the conversation's dead, like
yeah, exactly. Like make it known that you want to, I don't know, outside of this setting, you want to maybe meet up or something. But don't just hover around me the whole night, like, oh, you're right, yeah, like dancing with me next with your shoulders, like just go away. Don't like it.
But anyway, guys, that's it. But yeah, guys, if you do want to submit, maybe they don't like our advice, maybe they're rude or whatever. But you know what? Fair enough. I hear it. Sometimes you don't want to hear the truth, and that's okay. But if you do, then feel free to submit at kpopbox.co.uk/crashout crew. You can submit an anonymous form. It's anonymous. We don't know you.
Yeah. Or like, if it's not even like advice you need, a funny story or I don't know, something, man. We'll read it.
Follow us on socials if you want. If you're listening to us on Spotify and all them things, make sure you're rating over there. None of you are doing that, by the way. But anyway, guys, we're just rambling now. You've probably gone. To be honest, who is this for?
You've probably gone.
Who is this for? You've probably gone at this point. So keep warm, stay dry.
Peace out, y'all.
Wash your bum, and
oh, let's not start that again.
bye, guys.
Bye.